Watch to the end for life lesson.
For years, Priya lived her life in motion, always doing, always giving. She woke before sunrise to make breakfast for her daughter, got her ready for school, rushed to work, came home to cook, clean, check homework, fold laundry, answer emails, and somehow, in between all that, forgot that she existed too. People called her strong, and she wore that word like armor. But beneath it, she was tired, not the kind of tired that sleep could fix, but the kind that comes from constantly pouring into everyone else until your own cup runs dry. One evening, after her daughter went to bed, Priya stood in front of her bathroom mirror. The woman looking back at her felt unfamiliar, eyes dim, shoulders heavy. For the first time, she whispered to her reflection, "When did you disappear?" That night, she remembered something her mother once told her before she passed. "My dear, love is like water. You can't pour from an empty well. You are the well." But life had never given her the space to refill that well. So she kept pushing, giving, showing up, until one day, she broke down at work, right in the middle of a meeting. Her boss suggested she take time off. Her friend said, "You need a break." But another voice, a quieter, stronger one, said, "You need yourself." So she did something she hadn't done in years. She chose herself. She sent her daughter to spend the weekend with her aunt, took her phone off, and booked a small cabin by the lake. For 2 days, she did nothing. She slept. She read. She cried. She wrote in her journal. She sat by the water and watched the way the waves moved, calm, then restless, then calm again. Just like her. At first, the silence scared her. But then it started to heal her. She realized that she had spent years calling it love when it was actually self-abandonment. That the kind of love that empties you completely is not love, it's survival. And she was done surviving. When she came home, she began changing little things. She said no to things that drained her. She stopped apologizing for needing rest. She bought herself flowers for no reason. She laughed louder, danced again, ate her meals slowly. Of course, not everyone understood. Some people called her selfish. Some said, "You've changed." But Priya smiled. "Yes," she said. "I have. I'm finally learning how to love myself the way I've always loved everyone else." Her daughter noticed the change too. One night, as Priya tucked her in, the little girl said, "Mommy, you're happier now." And Priya realized this was what love was supposed to feel like. Full, gentle, alive. Because she'd learned the truth. Loving yourself first isn't selfish, it's sacred. You are your own home, your own beginning. When you fill yourself with love, kindness, patience, and peace, you don't run out, you overflow. And from that overflow, you give to others not from duty, but from joy. So now, every morning, before the world begins to ask for pieces of her, Priya stands in front of that same mirror, places her hand on her chest, and whispers, "I am the love of my life first." And she means it, deeply, fiercely, unapologetically. The life lesson here is that loving yourself first is essential. Until you learn to nurture, value, and care for yourself, it's impossible to fully and authentically love others. True love overflows only from a heart that has been filled. If you enjoyed my story, please support my new page by liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching.